This little kiosk where I'm sitting is on the end of Bangor Pier. Once upon a time, every self-respecting coastal resort had a pier. You see, it was great fun in the Victorian era to go out sailing on the sea, on a steamer trip perhaps. And the tide kept coming in and out, which meant that sometimes you could reach the steamer and sometimes you couldn't. So the answer was to build a pier that would extend all the way out into the deep water, and so you could go for your steamer pleasure trip, whatever the state of the tide. Bangor was no exception. In fact, if you look over there, you can see the remains of the landing stage where people could come out to the end of the pier and get down onto the steamer. Unlike many places, Bangor still has its pier. Rill Pier disappeared years ago. Brighton Pier famously fell into the sea a couple of years back. But Bangor Pier is still here and could still be used if only there were still steamer pleasure trips. It's a marvellous construction, extending right out into the sea and almost, it appears, all the way over to the other side of the Menai Straits. The tea rooms are still open for your pleasure, and in the season, kiosks on either side of the pier provide curios and souvenirs that you can take home with you. Bangor Council is much to be congratulated for keeping this amenity open to the public. From the end of the pier, we have a marvellous view out over the mountains of Snowdonia on either side. Over there, jutting out into the sea, is what looks like an island, but is in fact the headland of the Great Orme, near Llandudno. Between the headland and the bulk of the mountains, you have a low strip of land on which Llandudno stands. And then over on this side, you have the mountains up above Conwy, rising up to the Carneddau.
I consider myself extremely lucky that I'm able to work all the year round and enjoy the wonderful scenery that we have from my kiosk. My name is Glenys Pierce, and I'm a Bangorian and I live in Bangor. Our pier is Victorian and it is run still by our city council, who manage it on behalf of the residents. So you have a small fee that you pay to come onto the pier. And because of the geography of where the pier is, you can enjoy not only the wonderful views from the pier itself. You can see as you walk along the Menai Bridge built by Telford, and also the wonderful part where the old boatyard is, and they are still thriving, Decky's Boatyard, which is a very old boatyard. And to the other side, you'll see Beaumaris. In Bangor itself, we are a city, and there are many places you can visit, such as the cathedral, which is the oldest cathedral in the United Kingdom, Penrhyn Castle, which is National Trust and will be open again at Easter. We have a very good theatre and also the museum. As we are a university city, we have visitors, foreign visitors, students all the year round, residents who love to walk the pier, and even out of season on a really bright Sunday, which is our busiest day, in or out of season, we can have about 200 to 300 people. This season has been extremely good because of the weather, which has encouraged more British people to visit North Wales, and also for day trippers to come and enjoy the pier. I hope when you come to Bangor or the area around Bangor, you'll come and visit me. The information kiosk is open in the winter, Monday to Fridays, 11 till 3:30, and the weekends 10 till 4 o'clock. Longer hours in the spring and summer.